Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So my name is NUR BAHIYAH BINTI ALIAS and I'm from AC1101C. I'm studying in UITM Zenker and I am an accounting student. So the purpose of me to make this video is to share with you guys what I learned in my study skill subject. So let's get started. So firstly, what is UED102? UED102 is actually a subject that provides you a learning skills essential for varsity life, which should be within each student. So let's move to the next part. So in chapter 1, I have learned about goal settings. In this chapter, I have learned type of goals, characteristic of goals, and importance of goals. So what are goals? A goal is an idea or a plan of the future or desired result that a person has set up in their life and commit to achieve it. So there are some characteristic goals that I would like to share with you guys, which is first, your goals should be a self-chosen, which means it will be important for you to choose your own goals. What you want to do, you need to decide it for your own. You will motivate yourself more if you set your own goals. So second, goals should be a specific goals. This is to make your target more specific, so it will be more easier for you to achieve them. So there are more characteristic goals, but if you want to know more, you can ask Mr. Google or you can go to my blog. So there are two types of goals. Firstly is short-term goals. My short-term goals is I want to work hard to achieve an A grade for every subject and get a DS list award in every semester. I will make sure all my hard work will be paid off. So my long-term goals, I want to be a professional accountant in the future 6 years later starting from now on. So next, on chapter 2, I have learned about getting ready to learn. Actually, this topic is more about your transition from high school to your university life. So okay, let's be honest. Actually, our high school life and our university life is definitely different and totally different. Why I say like that? In university, you have to do everything on your own. If you want something, you have to go and work for that for yourself. For example, in university, our learning lesson is quite limited, which is in 1 week, there is only 2 or 3 hours for one subject. So it will be more difficult for lecturer to teach us one by one. So if you don't understand something or you have a curiosity on some topic, so you have to approach lecturer and ask the lecturer privately. So you have to find a free time or just ask straightforward during the class lesson. So if you want to be a success student, you need to learn to be independent, because in university, you really have to be independent student. So different from school, we spend a lot of time in the class with our teachers so that the teacher can teach us more detail about the lesson. So you have to change your behavior from high school to university. You have to change your lifestyle. So in this chapter, I also learned about learning style. There are 3 learning styles: visual learner, kinesthetic learner, and auditory learner. And I have done some tests and I am an auditory learner. So what's the next topic? So what's the next topic? Oh yeah, chapter 3. I have learned about time management and organizational skills. Speaking about time, did you guys know that time is so important in our life? Because when it's gone, it's gone. We can't turn back time. So use it wisely, guys, or you will regret it later. Okay, so in this chapter, I have learned about procrastination. What is procrastination? Procrastinate means you delay your work or decide to do it later, especially assignment. I'm sure that a lot of students love to procrastinate their work. I also love to procrastinate my work. But actually, it's not a good thing, because when you delay your work, it will be harder for you to finish it and it will affect your mental health. You will feel stressed because you think that you have a lot of work to do. So manage your time properly. I can share with you guys some tips to organize your time. You can do a schedule or daily planner, so you will know what you gonna do on that day. So it will help you to organize your day. So do some schedule for your studies. So let's proceed to chapter 4. On this chapter, I have learned about memory learning and improving concentration. I will share to all of you some strategies that can improve your memory. First, you have to pay attention to difficult information. Although it's difficult to recall back the information, we could solve it by spending extra time rehearsing this information. Next is focus your attention. You have to be focused on doing something, so it will be easier for you to recall what you have learned. Find any place that's free of any distractions or noise. So how to keep concentrate on what we do? You have to create interest in the work. If you are interested to do something or you are interested about it, you will be more concentrated to do it. Besides, you can also create a positive environment. Make sure that the place is comfortable for you, and so you can study hard. So next is, you also can match your learning style with the task. For me, I am an auditory learner, so I really can't be distracted by the noise, so I have to find a quiet place to help myself to concentrate on what I do. So in this subject, I also learned on how to take a lecture note effectively. Before the class starts, you can preview about the chapter you will learn on that day. Look what you will learn in that syllabus. During the class, you have to focus on the main points the lecturer gives. Don't forget to jot down all the important dates, keywords, and etc. So how to identify the main points? Okay. Focus on the repeated words by the lecturer. Usually, if the lecturer keep repeat the same thing and the same words, it is so important to you to remember the points. And secondly, you have to listen for a signal word. For example, there are 4 mains. This happened because it is important for us. Okay, so after class, you can organize your notes, figure any out concepts that you may have missed or not fully understood. Oh, not to forget, I also learned about the method of taking notes. There are 5 methods of taking notes. First is corner method, second is sentences method, third is mapping method, fourth is outlining methods, and fifth is charting methods. So choose which one you are comfortable to use. For me, I prefer mapping methods because I love to make a cute notes to attract myself to study a lot. Lastly, I have learned about academic integrity and performance. During this lesson, I have learned about plagiarism. So what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is copying someone else's work without giving a credit to them. Plagiarism is actually a bad attitude and a bad habit. There are a few common types of plagiarism, such as copying and submitting the work of others without due acknowledgement, too closely paraphrasing sentences, paragraphs, or themes without due acknowledgement, translating the work of others without due acknowledgement. So how to avoid plagiarism? So firstly, you have to know the right way to paraphrase the sentences, which means without adjusting the content or the meaning. You should switch the words or even the sentence, but you still have to put the paraphrase passage because it is someone else's idea. Secondly is, you have to consult or ask your lecturer about what you didn't understand or how to do the task. I'm sure they will guide you. And third, you can use the plagiarism checker. This application can help you to check whether your work have a plagiarism or not, so you can avoid plagiarism so you can avoid plagiarism from happen with using this application.
So I think that's all from me. That's all I learned in my study skills subject. I hope you guys enjoy my video. Thank you for watching. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe this YouTube channel.